Just recently, Donald Trump followed through on a promise he made before the election, one he also echoed during a Joe Rogan podcast appearance, by releasing 8,800 pages of previously classified JFK assassination documents. The move reignited decades-old debates, but when reporters asked him point-blank if he could just say who killed JFK, Trump avoided specifics. Instead, he told people to just read the documents, refusing to name names or give direct answers.
80,000 pages of documents is a lot to sift through. Can you just tell us who killed Kennedy?
I don't think there's anything that's earth-shattering, but you'll have to make that determination. In those, it's 80,000, it's actually 88,000, and we have some additional things, as you know, come out today. And for that, you can go to the offices and you can see whatever you want to see. Everything is out there, totally open.
This cryptic stance has only added fuel to the fire, leaving the public to sift through the files and draw their own conclusions, and giving conspiracy theorists even more room to imagine what might still be hidden. There has been much speculation over the years about the true circumstances behind President John F. Kennedy's assassination, and whether his interest in extraterrestrial life played a role in his death. Some sources suggest that JFK was planning to reveal what the US government knew about UFOs and alien life before his assassination. On November 22, 1963, JFK was assassinated in Dallas, Texas, as he was riding in a motorcade. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested soon after the shooting and charged with the murder. However, 2 days later, Oswald was shot and killed by Jack Ruby while being transferred between jails. This sudden, mysterious death added more fuel to the conspiracy theories surrounding JFK's assassination. Many people believe Oswald didn't act alone, and over the years, theories have implicated various individuals and groups. One popular theory suggests that Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson may have been involved in orchestrating the assassination to take his place as president. According to a newly surfaced recording from 2025, a former associate of LBJ, Clifton Carter, allegedly confessed to being involved in a conspiracy with LBJ to have Kennedy killed. The recording was leaked by Alex Jones, and although its authenticity has been questioned, it reignited the debate around LBJ's potential involvement. The tape features a conversation between Carter and Billy Sarlestes, in which Carter claims LBJ hired Malcolm "Mac" Wallace to carry out the assassination. Estes' grandson, Shane Stevens, who now owns the original tape, insists that the recordings are authentic and that they were kept hidden due to threats against their family. Stevens revealed that his grandfather tried to expose the truth as early as the 1960s, but feared for his life.
It's sure good to see you. How's life treating you today?
Well, Saul, it's been a pretty touch-and-go situation. Linda and I have had quite a few unpleasant words here lately over the deal with that he hired Mike Wallace to assassinate the president. It's been hectic in every way, but we've lived through it this far, and I guess we'll continue to do so.
Beyond the LBJ conspiracy, many other figures have been linked to the JFK assassination, including organized crime, the CIA, and anti-Castro Cuban exiles. The theory involving LBJ gained traction in the late 1960s, with authors like Penn Jones Jr. and Joachim Yosten claiming LBJ had the motive and political influence to orchestrate the crime. Madeline Duncan Brown, a woman who claimed to have had a long-term affair with Johnson, even said that LBJ was at a gathering the night before the assassination, where he allegedly said the Kennedys would never embarrass me again. As for the actual event, JFK's assassination has sparked countless theories about what really happened. The official investigation concluded that Oswald acted alone, but many people believe the government covered up the involvement of other parties. The recent declassification of documents, including some from the FBI, has renewed interest in these alternative theories. Some researchers hope the new records will reveal more about LBJ's potential role in the assassination or any other undisclosed connections between the government and key figures. One of the most enduring conspiracy theories surrounding President John F. Kennedy suggests that he had plans to reveal hidden truths about extraterrestrial contact during his presidency. This theory posits that JFK was deeply interested in disclosing classified government information regarding UFOs and alien life, a subject often shrouded in secrecy and military cover-ups. One of the most popular elements of this theory centers around a speech JFK gave at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in 1961, where he reportedly made an unscripted comment that hinted at his desire for greater transparency in government. According to conspiracy theorists, JFK was preparing to address a crowd, but in a sudden shift, he allegedly veered from his prepared remarks and spoke from the heart. This moment is often described as JFK's off-the-cuff revelation about the importance of transparency and the future of humanity. Words some believe were a subtle indication that he planned to disclose hidden information about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. This theory is further fueled by the context of JFK's presidency, marked by significant tensions with the military-industrial complex and secretive government organizations. Allegedly, JFK was frustrated with the lack of public knowledge about alien encounters and wanted to bring the truth to light. Some conspiracy theorists claim that JFK even asked his inner circle to investigate UFOs and the possibility of extraterrestrial contact, all while taking steps toward making this information public. As we know, US presidents gain access to classified documents during their terms, many of which are highly confidential and cover sensitive topics, including UFOs. Just as President Donald Trump released classified JFK assassination documents in 2017, many believe there could be files on aliens and extraterrestrials that JFK had access to. The very fact that presidents, including JFK, are privy to such information only strengthens the conspiracy theory, as it seems almost certain that JFK had access to these files that have been hidden from the public for decades. Could JFK have had plans to reveal these secrets? Was his assassination linked to the idea that he was about to expose what the government had been hiding? Some theorists argue that JFK's death may have been tied to his intentions to disclose alien-related files, or that the conspiracy to stop him came from figures like his vice president or even the CIA. The truth, of course, remains elusive. JFK wasn't the only president to have been linked to rumors about extraterrestrial secrets. Dwight D. Eisenhower, often regarded as one of the most influential military figures in US history, is said to have had a secret meeting with extraterrestrials during a mysterious trip to Palm Springs in 1954. The official reason for the trip was a dental emergency, but insiders and conspiracy theorists have long speculated that this was merely a cover for something far more extraordinary. According to various accounts, Eisenhower was whisked away to Edwards Air Force Base, where he allegedly met with extraterrestrial beings in an agreement that would shape much of the US government's interaction with UFOs. The speculation intensified after reports of a meeting between Eisenhower and aliens surfaced, suggesting the US military may have reached an accord to trade technology for access to alien knowledge. Whether these rumors are based on fact or pure speculation, they have become a key component in the law surrounding government involvement with extraterrestrials. Jimmy Carter, another US president with ties to UFO sightings, also added fuel to the fire of extraterrestrial conspiracy theories. During his presidential campaign in 1976, Carter openly admitted to seeing a UFO while he was in Georgia. He went on record saying that he would push for full disclosure about UFOs once in office. However, once he became president, Carter notably backtracked on his promise, and there was no significant effort to reveal any hidden UFO-related information. Some theorists speculate that powerful forces within the government, including the military-industrial complex, pressured Carter into silence, fearing the consequences of revealing the truth about extraterrestrial life. Carter's about-face on the subject, coupled with his earlier promise, only added to suspicions that there were things far beyond the public's reach. Ronald Reagan, another US president with a notable interest in space, further stoked the flames of the alien conspiracy community. Reagan had an uncanny fascination with space threats and often spoke about the possibility of an alien invasion. In one instance, Reagan claimed that if there were ever an extraterrestrial threat to Earth, it would unite the world, transcending national borders and conflicts. His statements were made in the context of his efforts to push forward the Strategic Defense Initiative, a missile defense program intended to protect the US from a potential attack. But conspiracy theorists have linked these remarks to the possibility that Reagan had been shown something truly extraordinary, something that led him to believe that the future of humanity could be shaped by a collective response to extraterrestrial forces. Were these presidents, along with Carter, shown something so convincing that they chose to remain silent? The Vatican's secret archives. Beyond the US government, the Vatican has long been a focal point for conspiracy theorists when it comes to secret knowledge and extraterrestrial matters. The Vatican's secret archives, an extensive collection of documents stretching over 84 kilometers in length, is believed by some to contain explosive secrets about not just religion, but also the existence of extraterrestrial life. These archives, which are not easily accessible to the public, have long been the subject of intense speculation. Some claim that within the vast vaults of these archives lies detailed documentation about extraterrestrial encounters hidden from the public eye by the Catholic Church. This theory is compounded by the suggestion that the Vatican may have had contact with alien civilizations, or at least knowledge of them for centuries, using their position as the spiritual center of the Christian world to keep these secrets under wraps. Adding to the intrigue is the theory surrounding the chronovisor, a device allegedly developed by a Benedictine monk in the 20th century. According to this bizarre theory, the chronovisor allows its user to view past events, essentially making it a time-viewing device. Some believe that the Vatican uses this technology to monitor significant events in history and perhaps even extraterrestrial encounters. Though no physical evidence of the chronovisor has ever been found, the very concept adds an eerie layer to the Vatican's purported collection of secrets. The story goes that in the 1950s, Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk and scholar, worked with a team of renowned scientists, including Nobel laureate Enrico Fermi and rocket engineer Werner von Braun, to develop the device. The chronovisor is said to detect residual electromagnetic radiation, like sound and light, that remains after an event has occurred, then translate that into images and sound. With this technology, Ernetti claimed to have witnessed the crucifixion of Jesus, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and other significant historical moments. He even allegedly used it to recover lost works, like a play by the ancient Roman poet Quintus Ennius, which had been lost to history. Though Ernetti insisted the device existed and worked, the Vatican allegedly dismantled the chronovisor out of fear that it could be used for malicious purposes, like uncovering state secrets or manipulating historical records. Ernetti later claimed he had proof of its existence, including photographs and transcriptions, but these pieces of evidence were never verified and remain shrouded in mystery. The role of the Vatican in advanced technology development during and after World War II is another layer of intrigue. It suggested that during World War II, Nazi Germany, which was heavily involved in researching cutting-edge weapons, might have been inspired by designs that were initially developed within the Vatican or by individuals associated with it. The idea behind this theory is that the Vatican's deep knowledge of science and its access to highly secretive technologies, including the chronovisor and other advanced devices, might have been absorbed by Nazi scientists. This theory posits that some of the technologies developed under the Vatican's influence could have been handed over or borrowed by Germany. The Vatican, with its secretive nature, had researchers and scientists with diverse backgrounds who could have contributed to ideas that aligned with Germany's ambitious wartime projects. After the war, as the Nazis' defeat led to the division of knowledge and technology, there are claims that the United States gained access to some of these innovations, either directly or indirectly, through captured Nazi scientists under programs like Operation Paperclip. This further speculation suggests that after World War II, the US government may have acquired designs or principles that had roots in Vatican-backed research. These could have been adapted for military use, including weaponry, surveillance systems, and possibly even technology related to time travel or other forms of advanced science. The idea that the US might have incorporated these elements into its own arsenal adds an extra layer to the theory that the Vatican could be a silent participant in some of the most groundbreaking technologies, either directly through research or indirectly through the transfer of knowledge. Chernobyl UFO sighting. Perhaps one of the most peculiar instances of UFO sightings intertwined with major historical events is the Chernobyl nuclear disaster of April 1986. Just days before the catastrophic explosion at Reactor 4, several workers at the Chernobyl nuclear plant reported seeing an unidentified flying object hovering near the reactor. The object, described as a metallic, cigar-shaped craft, was said to have emitted 2 crimson beams of light directed straight at the reactor. Some conspiracy theorists believe the UFO was not merely a random sighting, but may have had a more significant role in the events leading up to the disaster. According to these theories, the UFO's actions were an attempt to either prevent the explosion or mitigate the fallout from what would become one of the world's worst nuclear accidents. The Chernobyl UFO sighting gained further credence in the 1990s when declassified Soviet archives revealed testimonies from workers, engineers, and even security guards who claimed to have witnessed the same strange object hovering above the reactor. These first-hand accounts seem to indicate that there was indeed something unusual in the skies above Chernobyl during the critical hours leading up to the explosion. While the official explanation for the disaster points to a series of human errors and a flawed reactor design, the possibility that extraterrestrial beings were somehow involved remains an intriguing theory. The Chernobyl incident stands as one of the most mysterious intersections between UFO sightings and global historical events, leaving many wondering whether the extraterrestrials were simply observers or whether their intervention was aimed at averting an even greater catastrophe. In the end, whether it's the mysterious secrets of the Vatican's archives, the untold stories of US presidents, or the conspiracies surrounding extraterrestrial encounters, the truth remains elusive. While some of these theories may seem far-fetched, they persist because they tap into our deep curiosity about hidden knowledge, unexplained phenomena, and the potential for secrets far beyond our understanding. What's certain is that history, both in its known and unknown forms, continues to hold fascinating stories, some of which may one day come to light. Until then, we can only wonder about the truths concealed in the shadows of the past and the powerful forces that have kept them there.